Hi everybody, it's Diana, your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I am stampingwithdie.com. I always forget to say that, but I figure that you're here, so you kind of know. But anyways, today I'm just going to do a super cute little card, and this one was inspired by my friend Lindsay Mahan, and she's a Canadian demonstrator. So that's what I'm going to show you. And I also, the original card we did in the, hold on a second. I want to make sure that I'm in the right place. Hold on. Right. Da-da-da. Okay. There's got to be an easier way to show that. But all right, so here I am. So this was actually one of the cards from my fall social, my virtual fall social. I think I'm almost down to where I've showed them all. I think I just have a couple left, so hopefully you're still enjoying seeing them. I know it was a great time that everybody had, and we did it through Zoom, and then we streamed it live in the Facebook group because not everybody was able to do the Zoom depending on where they lived and all that kind of stuff, or if they had anything else going on their schedule. So it worked out perfectly that we were able to do that, and then they could watch it later as they needed to. So this is actually one of the cards from that. Now we used the snowflake embellishments for that card, but I have used up all of my snowflake embellishments. So what I did was I went to my handy dandy little embellishment tote and I pulled out some pearls. So so my card will be a little bit different in that regards, because I'm out of snowflake embellishments. So let me turn the camera around, and hopefully we won't have any craziness like we had last week. Oh my gosh. So I will try not to touch something that I shouldn't be touching on the phone. So let me carefully turn the phone. Okay, hold on. Let me do this. Okay. All right. So hopefully you can hear me okay, and that all is good. I don't want to mess with it too much. Oh my gosh. All right. So let's see how crooked I am. I think that's not too bad. All right. So like I said, I'm going to be showing a card from the fall social. So the items that I'm using, and let me move this up just a tad, are, there's this gorgeous paper, and it's plush poinsettia specialty paper. So I'm going to be using all of that. And then, so these are the snowflake adhesive backed embellishments, and that is what we used on the original card, and that's what everybody got in their virtual goodie box. And then we are also using the Snowflake Splendor DSP. This paper is amazing. It is so gorgeous. So that's what we're going to be using. That I don't have, I don't have the snowflakes to show you the package. We're using the Gnome for the holidays, which is probably one of the cutest little sets that we have right now. It's just got such cute little images. Gnomes are like everywhere. I'm also using the stitched rectangle. Let me scoot it down just a tad, and then I can see in my phone as well. All right, so this is the stitched rectangle die. We're going to be using that. Also, the stitched shapes framelets, and the layering oval framelets. Now, what did we do before we had framelets and dies and all that kind of stuff? I don't know. But here's that paper. So this is that plush paper that I was telling you about, and you can see through it. So there's poinsettia design, and then there's this really fun, it's like scroll like design, and it is gorgeous too. And then I'll show you a tip on how you want to put that on your card. All right, so let's get started. So what they got, hey Marcy, So what they got in their packet, let me turn this other light on. Hold on a second. So hopefully that's a little bit better. I apologize for that. All right. So hopefully that brightened it up a little bit. Sometimes I feel like I'm a little bit too bright. And I don't want that to be the case. So, but I want you to be able to see. All right. So inside their packet, they received all their little goodies, all their little card guts, I like to call them. So you have your Whisper White thick card base. I love using the thick as the card base because it's got some heft to it. It stands up. It's strong enough when you start gluing stuff on it. It doesn't kind of like droop and fall over. So that's what we used there. Then we used a piece of Whisper White. Then they got a piece of that gorgeous plush paper, and I probably saying the wrong thing. The purple posy cardstock. This is some of that Snowflake Splendor. A little piece for the inside. You know how I like to put it on the inside. And then here are those shapes that I was, from the dies that I was telling you about. And just like I have told you before, so I have stamped these ahead of time. Things were not stamped in everybody's packet because they got the stamp set for being part of the event. So they used their own. And I stamped it ahead of time with the memento because that's what I'm going to be using. Guess what? Is the blends, of course. So let's get started on the fun part because I just love to color. Oh my gosh, I always was coloring, even as a kid. All right, so I'm just going to be using, this is the light mint macaron because this goes so great with the DSP. So I am just going to draw a little thin line, and this is such a pretty light green, and then as it dries, it gets even lighter. So I'm just putting a little bit around the little gnome guy, and then let's start to color. So this is, what are we doing? We're going to put the light flirty flamingo, just like every time, right? So I'm going to put a little bit in his palms, a little bit on his nose, and his eyes are really tiny. So there won't be much on there. So I don't know if you see my posts on Facebook or not, but my pressure cooker that I probably had for, gosh, 10 years or whatever, kind of croaked. So I bought an Instant Pot because those are all the rage and a lot of recipes and stuff. But oh my gosh, my second recipe for it last night, and it did not turn out well at all. So that was kind of frustrating. All right, so this is the dark pool party. So if any of you are Instant Pot professionals, I did have a few people invite me to some Facebook groups or whatever, but this was even a recipe right out of the Instant Pot catalog or the cookbook. So I just don't understand. All right, so that was the pool party. Now I'm going to color his beard. Now I'm going to use the beard, and I'm going to use the dark and light gray granite. And then I'm also going to use the dark, or the light smoky slate. All right, so let's start with the light gray granite. So I want to give him kind of, like I'm going to color every other one with the light and then the dark, just because it gives the beard a little more personality, and it's kind of like salt and pepper that I love seeing so many of my friends, and even I'm doing it. We're just all letting our hair grow just natural. Now it's probably not good for the hair color companies, but All right, so that was, let me see, what did I use? That was the light. So now I'm going to use the dark gray granite. But I do believe it's better for our bodies not to have all of the coloring and stuff. So this little guy is doing the same thing. He's embracing his natural hair color. All right, so this was the dark smoky. And now I'm going to take the light smoky. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to touch it a little bit, just on the top of where I went the dark. So it's just going to be very, very subtle. Just around the nose area on both sides. So it's just going to make it be a little darker on the top. And if you want it even darker, you could grab and do the dark smoky as well. I'm just making sure I'm following the right one. All right, very cute. Then we're going to do his little hat. Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot the little bell. So the bell I did with the light smoky and the light gray granite. So this is a little silver bell. And I think when I colored him one other time, I made the bell be like an ornament, more color than just a bell. But this one I left it as a jingle bell. All right, so to color the hat and to color the little feet, this is going to be the dark Highland heather. So I'm just going to put a little dark Highland heather, not tons, and down here, and just kind of go up a little bit. So it's just in the corner. So this is the dark Highland, like that. And then I'm going to get the dark purple posy. Now these colors go so great together. Oh my gosh, they look gorgeous together. All right, so this is the dark. They just complement each other so well. So it's not like, you know how you blend the colors together so you don't see any lines. I'm not necessarily trying to go for that. And this is the light posy. So I want to see that there's a change in the color. So I'm not going to try to like be super, I hate to use the word anal, but it seems like I use that word a lot when I rewatch the videos to make sure I haven't boo-booed majorly. It seems like I say anal when I color, but it could be OCD. That might be a better way to say it. All right, so look how cute that hat. Now he's got like some colors going on in the hat. All right, so let me move these out of the way. And then, so this is just that gel pen that I keep talking about. And I know we don't have a gel pen from Stampin' Up. Maybe we'll get one in the future. We used to years ago. So I usually just grab mine off of Amazon. And I always put a gel pen in my social boxes. Just because you can put them on anything. And it adds such a cute little highlight. And they're relatively inexpensive. And it's just a little treat. It's a little, I always just have some little goodies in the tote. All right, so now he's done. So now let's start to assemble our card. I just want to make sure my gel pen is all the way dry. All right, so I'm just using my seal. And I haven't used my Seal Plus yet because I haven't done any 3D. So I'm going to have to make a little box or something. All right, so hopefully that's straight. I'm looking through and around my phone. All right, then this piece, so this DSP is going to get glued. I'm going to come up just a little bit since I'm not coloring anymore. That way I can not be so crouched down and give you a little bit more viewing area. All right, So that's just going to go on the purple posy. So this piece right here, this is going to go on the card. So this is basically just an extra little layer of cardstock. I love the look of it on the card because it kind of has, then you have like this frame around the edge. So you have this, see, you can see that, the frame around the edge. But then when you put this paper on, you don't want to glue it on yet because your adhesive will show through it. So what I do is I lay it on here where I know I'm going to put it, and then I stick my other little pieces on. So this is going to go on here. So I'm just going to use some glue dots, or not glue dots, some dimensionals. So I'm just going to put a few dimensionals on the back. And then just kind of hold that in place so that it's straight. And you can do it on here too if you don't want to, but usually I like to lay it on the card so I can visualize where my piece is going to go. So that's going to go on here, and just give it a little push. All right, then I'm going to make sure I'm putting these glue dots or dimensionals on the right side of my little gnome. So I've got my 3 little dimensionals on the side of the gnome because he's going to come over here like this. So cute. And then the little greeting, you're a friend like gnome other. And for this one, I'm going to use the smaller dimensionals just because it's a little skinnier. And then I don't have to worry about being too particular where I put the dimensional, and then it would hang out the side. So then that's going to go down here like this. And like I always show you, if you think this is going to be too wiggly, this is pretty secure. This one being, it's kind of skinny, might be a little wiggly. So like I always do, I just take my scissors, and I poke it into the glue dot, pick it up, and then I'm going to turn my card, and I'm just going to lift that up just a little bit, stick the glue dot under there, and then just pull it. And now that won't go anywhere. All right, so now, so this is the thing with the, oh my gosh, with the plush paper. So now you have your little guy, like he's all ready to put on the card. Now you can turn him over, and now what you want to do is you want to put your adhesive where it's going to be covered and you won't see it. So I can put my, hang on a minute, get this going. I can put my adhesive here and here. I can put it here. I can even put it here because all of the front decoration of the card is covering all of those areas. Then you can bring the card back and you can stick it on the front. Ta-da! And now you don't see any adhesive. So this is a great way when you're using vellum as well, because this is basically like vellum with plush stuff on it is basically what it is. So you just want to do the same thing because your adhesive will show through the vellum. I think even if something says it won't, I still think it kind of does. So this just, you know, makes that not be a problem. All right, now I have a little strip of DSP, and that's going to go, let me get this going. I did it wrong when I was doing the vellum stuff. Okay, and I keep calling it vellum plush. It's just gorgeous. All right, so this is going to go on the inside of the card, and then we just trim off the excess like I always do. So there's your little super, super cute card. So this is when I talked about the original card had the cute little snowflakes, but I'm all out of them. So I'm going to use the pearls because they kind of look like little snowballs. The pearls can be put on anything, but we're just going to pretend that these are little snowballs and they are floating around the little gnome. So cute. Put one here. And then let's put one here. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's all we want to do. Uneven numbers are more pleasing to the eye than even. So I usually try, and sometimes I just do it without even knowing I do it, but usually I tried it to make sure. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Awesome. So, so there's the cute little card. Yesterday I was talking about what's going on this month, and the Curvy Celebrations has started, just in case you didn't see my videos from yesterday. So you want to make sure that if you are interested in this, go to my blog here and you will be able to see, download your own flyer and get information in regards to that. And then I also have double eggs going on. So make sure you check that out as well. And again, stampingwithdye.com. And now I'm like, do I really want to risk turning the camera? But I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it, people. Oh, and she did it. All right. Don't touch anything but the screen. All right. So I want to thank you so much for joining me today. Hopefully, maybe you learned something you didn't know. But I so appreciate you visiting my channel. And if you want to see anything in general, or if there's something you want to learn about, if you got some Instant Pot suggestions, send them my way. I've got some kidney beans soaking because I'm going to try another recipe later. I know I'm a glutton for punishment, but I am determined to conquer that machine. So I will say, see you later. Have a great day. And I will see you Friday at 2 o'clock Arizona time in my Facebook group for my Dies Shorts. So I have a fun thing to share Friday. So hopefully I will see you then. All right. Bye for now.